All right, you know what it is. Back at it with another triple F, and we are going to be focusing on Halo fan films today, because I've been getting into a lot of Halo lore recently. Like I watched this entire hour and a half, 2 hour long lore dump on just Halo, and I found it very engaging. I watched it while I worked out, and then I watched even more of it after I worked out. We're gonna start with Return, a Halo Reach animation by Locher Films. Sorry, I just got this giant disclaimer. It says this video is made for audiences age 13 and up. By watching it, you, your parents, or legal guardians are agreeing to bear full responsibility for YouTube collecting your data, including data used for targeted ads. Creator of this video is not responsible for anything that follows. What's about to happen? Is this the ring tape? Very reminiscent of the Noble Six ending of Halo Reach. I don't know why his helmet was just laying out there. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, it's a Spartan fight. He said, hand me the AR. It's time to go to work. Is that the Warthog thing? Damn. Oh. Love that ODST armor, by the way. Now we got the elites coming in here, and he's got the little wrist blade. You just shot his homie in the face. Okay. He's done. He's done. His body is limp. You are fighting Casper. That one wasn't necessary. None of them were. Oh. Shout out to Lewis. That was some great armor. Or music. I bet I will get copyright claim for that, but that's okay. Anyway, a few things here. First of all, great music. Halo always has had great music. Marty O'Donnell, the GOAT, praise be. Apart from that, animations were pretty smooth for the most part, better than a lot of what you can see. Sorry, I just bumped the mic. But as far as Halo goes, I think the most I've ever seen is the machinima. I don't know how to say it, but that's the most I've seen, and that's pretty standard stuff. It's not like animation, but this was really cool because you got to see weapons utilized that in a way you don't normally get to see them used or get to see them used at all. Like you saw the dude at the end pull out that shoulder mounted knife right there. You got to see the elite with the wrist energy sword come out, and overall it was just pretty cool. Also the armor designs, I'm pretty sure that CQB military police helmet, that was one of the more expensive helmets to buy, and all the color schemes for the armor were pretty cool as well. And I think one of them had like that robot arm thing, which was also pretty expensive. And the second thing from that, as far as a lore perspective on Reach, something that I found really fascinating was kind of like what fully happened on Reach, right? Because the game covers a good portion of it, but it doesn't cover all of it, and there's a lot more to it. Oh man, gonna be talking for too much. Whatever. We'll go with it. Anyway, what happened on Reach, as far as like my recollection, and of course, all the super nerds are gonna know a lot more than me, and I don't use that term as an insult, but there, I'll just go over the timeline. So Reach falls, right, and then Chief goes to Halo, the first Halo ring, right, and then oh my goodness, bro. Halsey is stuck with a group of Spartans like underground on Reach, right? While John is fighting as you're playing through John on the first Halo ring in CE. And apparently there was like some crystal thing on Reach that Halsey and the Spartans were around that sort of warped time to like shorten it for them so that when John finishes all the work at like in CE, he comes back to Reach and then finds her in the group of Spartans who are protecting her, and they have like some fight, a little bit of a fight on Reach again to get them out, and then like that's how they reunite again in between Halo 1 and Halo 2. John comes back to Reach and like saves them, and there's way more to it, like some big operation with all these other Spartans and stuff, that I don't unfortunately remember all of. But I just when the guy was talking about it in the video, it was really cool because of I never knew how the timeline worked. This next one is called Halo ODST Operation Whiteout by Halo VFX.
Good legs. Keep your head in the game.
ODSTs.
Softer landing this time.
Yeah, right.
Voice acting?
How many times have I had to cut you out of your pod now? All that blood rushing to your head can't be good for you.
There's that charm. Give those spirits and give me a ready check. All green? Green, sir. Don't want to be late for the Christmas party, do we? Ready up.
Aye, sir.
Remember, trail right behind me. Let the AI do the heavy lifting. Move as a unit if some of us want to hit the surface alive. Troopers! All the gates of hell lay below us, claimed by the banished, and masked in a blanket of white and red. We must not forget that we are hell jumpers, and hell is our domain! We will punch through that barrier, land in our LC, and push into our objective with divine righteousness. We are the stewards, and we are looking green and very, very mean. Hoorah! Hoorah!
Sick. I think that was a reference to ODST too. The Halo 3 ODST.
That's one beautiful ring for an alien planet. Almost feels like home. I wonder what we'll hit on the way down.
Damn. Well, I guess red explosions mean we're winning, right, sir?
Gotta change course. It's not clear.
It sounds like it's flak.
Course. We need to push through. Taking heavy anti-aircraft fire on approach to our
There's red explosions down there. I guess that means we're winning. Was there anybody down there already yet? And on top of that, I mean, it was my first thought. My first thought, if I start seeing explosions, if you're that, oh my God, I keep hitting this. Anyway, if you're like falling out of the sky and you can see the explosions like relatively clearly like that, those aren't on the ground. Those are in the air. And my first thought was like, yeah, that's flak. You're getting shot at.
Legs, we're changing course. Mosley's compromised, and we're rerouting now. Stay on my tail.
Oh. Oh. You ain't got a parachute? No. 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 Oh, maybe he did die. He probably did. Yep. I was about to say, there's no way you survived that. Which he didn't. He didn't survive that. And after that big talk where he's like, hell is our domain, and then we're taking heavy casualties. I guess that means we're winning. And all the banshees. It was cool though. It looked very good. It was very cinematic, but apart from that, it dropped into a hot zone, I guess. They had banshees up there. That pelican was just flying straight down to hell. He was like, "Hey, let's have a race. See who can get to the third level of hell the quickest." And he was, by God, based on that, I bet he made it there first. Oh, and you know what? Hey, well, let's talk lore then while we're here. So, Halo 3 ODSTs, when they jumped, one thing I never realized was that in Halo 2, you could see that. You could see them jumping, and you could see the prophet. I forget which one it is. The prophet of truth or regret. I think maybe mercy. I don't remember. Jumping into hyperspace, and then you can see all of the ODSTs dropping, and then you can see it from Chief's perspective, and then you can go play ODST and then be like, oh my God, these two scenes are interconnected, and then you have the freaking whatever the lady whose dad died, the admiral lady, fly through it, and it's all interconnected like that, and I love that, and I was like, I never noticed that. Okay, last but not least, we have Halo fan animation Remember by Sodas. It is 25 minutes long, but we'll only be watching probably like 10 minutes, like half of it, just about. So those are green banshees, which makes me think Halo 3 and that the UNSC and elites are allied. Maybe? They didn't attack. Amazing space battle, by the way. You never get to see it in such large scale. At least in Halo. Or the video games. Hell jumpers. Woo-wee! You always love seeing it. Is that Mombasa? Oh, sick. Ooh. Dang. We got the music.
Clear to engage.
Hey, they got a Spartan pilot. Oh! Oh! June? Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, before we get to what the Spartans are about to lay down, first of all, again, the scale. This is just like that Battle of Coruscant fan film we watched, in Star Wars when like the clouds parted and it was just chaos, and it was just like the rebels versus the Empire, just a bunch of ships, lasers, all that stuff, right? This is the same thing. Like you feel like you see the large scale battles in cinematics and kind of out in the distance more than you actually get to participate in it. And I get for like a Halo game, it's not it's not really how it is. You're not like in this it's not like a Battlefield game, I suppose, where there's a bunch of people all around, explosions, vehicles in the air, stuff like that. I mean, to a degree it is. Like especially in CE. Um I think it's one of the like assault on the control room, like when you're in that snowy area, you got all those Marines fighting and like the race and stuff like that. But after that, I felt like it was more, it got more tamed. Um, because one thing I remember more distinctly is like in Halo Reach and like Tip the Spire, is that you like the cinematic starts out with like those two huge armies about to clash, right? And then you end up getting separated off to the side, and then you ride on the Pelican or on the Falcon, and you get to be the gunner, and then you kind of get to see some of it, but like you're not actually in that like on the ground over there. And I wish that maybe like 343 would indulge that a little bit. Like let me be in some grand scale battle, with like something like this where like you're in a forest or something and there's like Marines all around. And it's not even scripted. Like, you know how in like MW2 or MW19, when you got to like go around to multiple places in that one mission, give me that. But then instead of having it be like silent, just give me like a bunch of dudes, a bunch of Covenant and Marines and ODSTs, and like let me like do this objective, and I call down like a bunch of ODSTs and like for reinforcements, and then they help me take this objective, and then we go here and save a group of Marines who help do this thing, and like let me do some more with that. And I feel like they can do that with the open world, but just kind of up the scale a little bit, like the density of like enemies and allies, so to speak. That helmet is really rare too, I think. And Reach. Is that you? Dang. Whoa. Oh, that's like a highlight. That's not the color of them. Oh, he's got some markings. He's gonna kill you. Oh. Oh, that's not June. This is just, again, it's just more of what you don't get to see. Or like you do again, but like you just don't get to actually directly participate in sometimes. And this is just like some urban street, just two lines clashing. The Covenant, like first wins the initial push, and then you got the counterattack. Spartans arrive, helping out the Marines. They got the ODSTs backing them up. Wraith down there coming with the explosions. Banshees with the freaking airstrikes. It's just so cool, and the action is very well choreographed, and also the music. What one thing about the music is that I'm not well, not about the quality necessarily, but about the use of it. Um, it seems that Halo music doesn't get copyrighted as like strictly, I don't think, because I don't know if you guys know who Strensic Steel is, but he's a YouTuber who does like Armor 3 like videos, and he has like his whole unit and all that, and there's like Halo mod that he runs on there with his unit sometimes, and he talks about how he can't play Star Wars music, but he can play Halo music without getting copyrighted. So maybe I won't for it, but I think that's kind of cool that you get to do that.
Clear. In position. Right behind you.
Oh, I believe this is modeled after like Halo 3 brutes. We'll see. Then they got the skirmishers in there. All right, go to work then.
Let's go.
Counterattack.
All right, here you go.
Oh my god, that's so sick. All right, another thing. Just well, like the intensity at which this is like animated with, right? Because it's very like action, like not even like. One thing I appreciate is that it doesn't really do like the shaky cam thing that you see like in a lot of like action movies and stuff. Because like you should want people to be able to see what you're doing, especially with an animation like a 25. If it's 25 minutes long of stuff like this with this kind of quality animation, that is outstanding. That is like really outstanding work, because you generally see like fan animations, like animations like definitely under probably like 8-10 minutes, and then fan films still probably in that same ballpark, depending on what you have the like production ability to do. And there's like certain little things too, like when the Spartans were like marching up to the door, like to show how heavy that Mjolnir armor is, the camera was shaking a little bit, and I thought that was really cool. Also, the guns sound so like meaty, you know, the sound effects sound really good for that. And also like they're mixing the like skins, I guess, or like eras of characters for the characters in the animation. Like you have Halo Reach Spartans, you had like Halo 3 brutes, you have what is that like Halo 3, Halo 2, elites, like Halo Reach skirmishers, Halo Reach jackals, and grunts and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool too. Oh boy. Seismic activity. What's happening? Oh, that's not good. Hell yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my, look at how quick. Right in the weak spot. There you go. Oh, I thought he like straight tackled him. Those are some Spartans right there. Moving like it, fighting like it. Oh my. Bro, quick thing. If this was the level of animation that went into the fight between John and Locke, oh my goodness. Do you know how awesome that would have been? You saw how fast she was running? You saw like the quickness and smoothness of like the animation, like the slide, how the dude like just like, cause like Spartans are strong, right? Like he just tackled him, but like of course it's still a hunter, right? So he like budged, but he didn't like fall over. He shot him in the back, planted the grenade. Like it's like this is how Spartans should be animated, you know? And it's not like it's too fast for you to see or like not digestible for a person like as far as like an audience member like watching it. Like it's perfectly digestible. I just like make these Spartans feel like Spartans, you know, like with the heavy footsteps, with the speed, with like the intensity and force in which they attack and move. It's just all there right now. Halo Reach ARs. They got the SMGs in there too. Different types of Marines as well. They're really hitting the market with this diversity. Even the Warthogs. Because they had like a little fuel tank on the back. I think that's from 4. In maybe 6. I don't think this came out that early though, but it was in 4 and like maybe 2. This is so amazing, bro. The music, the ambiance. Like they hit that Halo 3 ODST piano right at the like perfectly.
Scrub the area.
I'm thinking a stealth elite's gonna pop out maybe.
You think I'm not thinking?
Oh man.
Where's hell?
Over here, Spartan. You okay?
No, what are you talking about? Is he okay?
Unknown station, this is Gamma 1 Actual. Do you read? Over. Gamma 1 Actual, this is Iron Fist. We read you. What's the current state of facility Alpha 331? Facility Alpha 331 is overrun and offline. Defense grid and zone uniform Delta is running at starvation levels. If you're taking survivors, we've got a few. Negative, Gamma. We are en route to support Beta Red. Any word on the status? None. Over. Acknowledged. There's a temp evac station west along the current vector at uniform Delta 0089 or 6, 389 or 87. I'll let him know you're coming.
The unique like voice dialogue too. It's just so detailed.
Good to see you, sirs. Never thought I'd see this many Spartans. Let's get this thing moving, huh?
There were a lot of Spartans on Reach. That I do remember. A whole lot of them. In that operation I was talking about, there was like 3 different teams. I called it! I called it! I don't know how you don't hear that. What the hell? Oh, Bigfoot stomping around. The music! He said, oh hell no! Oh, that's so sick looking. Left without the homies. That's a red Ultra. I've never seen that before. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh man, he's cutting through him. No! Oh snap. I'm ready. How about you? Oh. No. Look like she came from the ODSTs too. So they probably like care a little bit more maybe. Although I have heard that like ODSTs kind of have some jealousy towards the Spartans. Get into that later though. It's always so tragic when a Spartan dies, man. Air support? Does that thing have a gun on it? Got multiple guns on it. The biofoam! Oh, hold on, because I gotta process everything. Oh, we're already 14 minutes in. Oh my goodness, look. It's like they're moving how they should. And already, within like 15 minutes of this video, I'm already like sort of invested in the Spartans that we have here. and like the soldiers that we have, because that was like a genuine like, oh no, please, like, don't die, you know. But it's just, it's like so much meat, you know. It's so much meat, and don't take that weird. All right, don't be weird about it, because again, it goes back to like the Halo 4, Halo 5 campaigns, kind of Halo 6, but it's especially Halo 5. We'll use that as the example. It's just there's so much fat to that story, right? That you could have just cut out and just give us the meat of it, right? Just give us the crux of it. Just give us like that Spider-Man 2 kind of story, because I recently just finished watching all of it, and it was just so much meat. Just like there was like no fat to it, and it was a lot shorter than people expected, but it was like engaging all the way through. You tell the story that you're trying to tell without dragging it out, without doing anything like that, and then this is what you get. You get something that's very engaging, that's very that it looks how it should be. This is how the fighting, this is how elites should look, this is how Spartans should look, this is how things should look in Halo. At this speed, at this intensity, like you saw, like the general guy, or like maybe no, he was a zealot. He was like a white zealot, and he had like a blaster in one hand and energy sword in the other, and all of the other guys were like red ultras, which are like maybe just a rank he made up, whatever, it doesn't matter. But they were like moving how elites should move, because the Spartans were made to be a better counter to the like resistance, the insurgents or whatever, right? But ultimately, they are the counter to the elites. The elites aren't the counter to the Spartans. The Spartans are, if you want to twist it a little bit, are the super soldiers that were made to compete with the elites, right? So they're equal. Spartans aren't necessarily better. And of course, it varies from Spartan to Spartan. But like, this is what we should have seen in like Halo 6. You know, we should be able to fight with these guys, with these Spartans, and they go down around you, which should have been like a motivator even more so for the chief to pursue pushing the banished off of the ring. And it just like it was a missed opportunity with that. And this is the kind of stuff that we should be seeing. We should be seeing these Spartans, we should be seeing their struggles. But we're always constantly told about them, and that's the classic saying, show don't tell, you know. I'd much rather see this than just listen to a bunch of those like audio data pads in Infinite, and just hear how like they're struggling, and then see the aftermath of like a dead Spartan who went down to the elite dude, you know. So I just there's a lot there, right? But of course, this was Reach, and again, like I was talking about earlier, there was that operation. It was, I think it was more like a safeguard operation where they were trying to make sure no like enemy or no like sensitive information fell into enemy hands and stuff like that, and that highly valuable like personnel to the UNSC got safe, which is why there was like a team with Halsey. There was like another team that went to go help this like general or something like that, and another team that went off somewhere else. But then they kind of got messed up a little bit, so plans changed and squads regrouped. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, oh yeah, and Chief was actually active on Reach, and then he got put into the Pillar of Autumn. He wasn't like frozen the entire time Reach was under attack or under siege. He was like actually operating, and I believe he was with like Linda or Kelly on Reach, and she got injured on Reach, and then she was being like kept safe somewhere. I forget. I think she was being kept safe. No, it couldn't have been on the Pillar of Autumn, because then it blew up, because she comes back. So she might have stayed on Reach then. I'm not sure, but eventually Halsey fixes her up, and it's a bunch of stuff happens, and I found it incredibly fascinating, and I love the lore a lot for Halo now that I have the more expansive outlook on it, and I'm probably gonna rewatch that 2 hour like lore dump, just because just so much stuff from the past, and all the like the ancient humans existed, but they were super technologically advanced, and they were beating the Forerunners, and then they were on the run from the flood, but then they got reset by the Forerunners, and there's just so much. There's just so much. And oh yeah, and the thing I was saying about the ODSTs being jealous of the Spartans, because before the Spartans, the ODSTs were they were those guys, right? They were the ones who got the impossible done, at least as it was described in a video that I watched. The ODSTs were the dudes who like did what the Spartans did. They filled that role, but then the Spartans came in, and then everybody started to like idolize the Spartans, and then ODSTs were like, "That should have been me." But that's enough. That's enough lore for right now. I bet like a third of this video is just lore. No, I'm going to include it because I'm like I really want to talk about it, and I want other people to like engage in the lore and like drop whatever lore I missed or got wrong, or stuff that they have to add into in the comments and stuff like that, or maybe get other people interested in the Halo lore. It's whatever, you know. But with that, hope you guys enjoyed. I surely did. We'll probably watch the rest of this in the next Triple F, and yeah, see ya.